Good afternoon. It is March 31st, 2021, and this is what we are looking at today. Just a big uptrend. Um, you could tell pretty early that prices were going to just work their way up. I measured this move up. I started from here. I don't know if you should start from here, but I started from here, measured this move up, and made that my target. It did come up short of that. Um, So that's something to think about. There was also a move right here that I measured, and it went a little further than that. So not sure what that could mean, but it looks like prices are just trying to make their way back to the lower lower side of the red channel. So this red channel is off of these lows, matched these highs. Mac drew this on his mid-morning chart. Um, And yeah, it looked like that prices were respecting that midline. So, but most of the day, starting a few minutes after the opening, most of the day prices were really in this blue channel here. And then of course we have these short-term trend lines. But pretty easy day to read if and I'm seeing this. I don't know if this move looks like a nice little trap right here. Not sure if you can enter there. Pretty easy day to read the price action again. I'm not sure if it's the time of year, but the price action has been very straightforward recently. But anyway, let's take a look at these trades that I marked. So starting at like two o'clock in the morning, prices bounced off the overnight lows, and you could have had this channel drawn once that bounce. So at 2 a.m. off these highs, it matches down here, and we get this sort of spike in channel that held all the way until the opening. So if you came in right here, you do get a second entry long. Looks like a trap. It's off the midline, and you would have had that midline, and it's off this short-term trend line. Um, so you could have entered there, but the signal bar is no good. That's why I marked it as aggressive. But you do get a big move up. So when prices come to the overnight highs, I was a little bit weary, but then they bounced again and a failed second entry short off of the trend line. I wouldn't go long here, but if you're being super aggressive, you might. It's not really a good signal bar, and it's far from the EMA. But like I said, if you're being aggressive, you might do that. So prices come up here. You get a slight overshoot of the trend channel, but nothing convincing. And prices come back to the EMA. They break this short-term trend. You get a second entry long off the EMA. Signal bar isn't great, but it's bullish and second entry long, so you can enter there. And if you don't get to enter there, this area looks a bit congested, and we get this failed breakout right here, and it's also a second entry long. So I do like that. You actually probably would not have been able to get in that because if you were watching this live, it formed within a second and started shooting up. Um, but if maybe if you entered on a limit order, I'm not sure if you would have gotten in there. But you do get a higher low right here if you want to enter on that, just for a scalp. And price got really congested for looks like about an hour. Prices were fairly congested. I don't see anything like I like here. There's a trap right here, but you wouldn't have had this trend channel drawn um, unless you were working off this. And in that case, yeah, no, you wouldn't have had that. Okay, so you wouldn't have had that. But you might consider it. It kind of looks like a second entry, even though this is a matching highs. This is also a trap right here. Trap longs here, and then they trap shorts here. You get a bounce again off the midline, price go way up, and they come back.
All right, I had to pause the video for a while. I think we were talking in this area, so we see bounces off the midline. You get a nice move up to the top of this blue channel, and then we get a second entry. The signal bar's no good, but then we get a matching low with a good signal bar. That's also like a like a third entry short as well. I like that. It's I marked it as aggressive, but I don't really look at it as that aggressive. Um, Maybe just because it's far away from the midline, and we don't know where prices are going, so maybe that's why I marked it aggressive. But this is just some congestion, and then we get movement down. Looks like you have some trap longs right here. Get some movements down, and then prices bounce off the bottom of this blue channel, and we get a move up. And I think, yeah, I took this move. This just clearly looks like trapped shorts. That's why I took it. It's just a higher low. It's not a second entry or a failed second entry short. It's just a first entry, but there are clearly trapped shorts here, and that turned out to be a really good trade. Um, I think I got 10 points out of this move on the simulator. So here's the measured move up here. So I actually put my stop uh, 2 ticks before where it ended up going. So that was very nice. And yeah, prices you could have that's the only area you could have entered in this channel, but we get kind of like a spike in channel. This is the spike, and then this is the channel, flatter channel. We get a little fake out right here. This is off the midline of the blue channel. Um, and then you can't enter here. That's like a second entry, failed second entry short off of this low. But you can't enter there, here I mean, because we don't know, these arrows got messed up. Because we don't know that this is a trend yet. But by this is kind of like confirmation of that trend. Um, and it's a failed second entry short off these lows. First entry, second entry. And then we get this, which is just another higher low, and it's a trap. And trend has been up all day, so you can be aggressive. Um, I don't see anything else I like. We get this overshoot, leads to a break, and this itself is like a trend. We got many layers here today. And here, towards the end of the day, we're starting to make a move down, and this is just the first entry short, but that's confirmation of that trend channel. I just wouldn't be going short just because of how much prices moved up today. But it's confirmation of that trend channel. It's a good signal bar. Plus, it's going into the EMA. That's another reason why I wouldn't go short there. Um, Prices come back to the bottom of the blue channel and bounce, but you don't get a setup. And then here again, we get um, further confirmation of this blue channel up top, but again, I just wouldn't go short here. You also might find some support on the midline of the red channel. And then here, I was looking at this. See it's like a channel right here. So I was looking at this, and then this. This is a second entry. This is like a repeat pattern of this, because it's not the exact point where you would enter on a second entry, but it looks like it traps some people right here. See, you get this signal bar and then takes one tick lower. So yeah, and then maybe some people want to go short here, but I wouldn't be doing that. Not me. And that brings us to 12 o'clock. So that's what I saw today. Let's see. Looks like prices are just, oh, they're trending down now. Yeah, we clearly have a downward trend going. Might be a continuation of this. Yeah. So this is a correction. Um, so yeah, probably by this point I'd probably be going short. Maybe I would go short right here. But this is just a correction because this is we didn't have a break until after 12 o'clock of this red channel. Um, yeah, good day. Hope everyone had a good day, and I'll be back tomorrow.